Hey guys, I'm back once again to flex on my purchases during the Uniqlo Final Fantasy t-shirt sale. But enough about my luck with buying decent t-shirts. I'm actually here to talk about anime today. And 4 new shows which have started airing this season. 2 of which are 2 of my anticipated shows. 1 is an anime I'm not ultra interested in, and the one I've got no clue about. But will they actually be any good? Well, I'll let you know in a moment if you carry on watching the video. Don't hurry me, I'll let you know when all good time. So join me, because this is a 2022 summer anime preview, from a different perspective. Shoot, Goal to a Future is a sports anime starring boys. That's not to say it's for Joshi bait, because this one doesn't feel that way to me to begin with. It's definitely going to be an anime which lots of types of Fudoshi will aim towards, because it's a male-dominated sports anime. This anime about a guy called Hideo Suji, a kid who doesn't like football anymore. Apparently he was a kid playing football for a big team and something went wrong, and he went to a different school with a crap football team and does not want to see football anymore. But he gets pissed off when he sees people playing it badly. Yep, it's that premise. Now this is what you'd get if you put every single sports trope anime into a blender and just strained out all the interesting bits, because this anime is dull. It's generic, it's predictable. The main character's basically got one emotion, and that's yes, doesn't give a flying damn about anything, and just ends up playing in a football penalty shootout contest against the angry guy because they got into an argument. I mean, it's not to join the team, it's just because they got into an argument. This guy went from having no interest in football whatsoever to just getting into arguing about football into playing in a penalty shootout contest against this guy in 2 or 3 seconds flat. It's rapid fire mood change in a bad format. Now apparently Shoot is a prequel series to another well-liked anime series, Aoki Densetsu Shoot apparently. No idea if that's anything connected to it. This feels like just one animated for the kids who like the manga. A prequel for the sake of doing a prequel. And I'm not buying it. You've got the washed up coach coming in to coach a crap team. You've got angry teammates who will force them onto a team. You've got a childhood friend playing for a different team. Honestly, if you want to watch a football anime, skip this one. Just go and watch Farewell Mr. Kramer, airing a few seasons back. It's not the best anime out of the world, but it's a damn sight better than this one. Even if it does feature on a female football team and has different tropes attached to it, it's still very much a football anime series, which is okay to watch. Whereas this one just seems to be just football trope blender slosh. If for some reason you want to watch this one's airing over at Crunchyroll. Engage Kiss is a chuny harem wish list, where a generic boring looking guy fights demons of an evening, bids on the ability to do so, and fights demons with his cute blue haired rival slash friend, who definitely does not have a thing for him at all, just very tsundere about it, and his pink haired demon waifu, who will just happily kill anything which gets in their way of having a happy family together. I mean, I'm not sure if I really need to say anything more about the premise of this one. I mean, it's going to be a main character and 2 girls throughout the entirety of the show. There's going to be drama because she's actually a Class A demon. If she goes wild, then there's going to be hell to pay, literally. And our main character is going to have a conflict between himself, his blue-haired girlfriend, and his pink-haired girlfriend, because he's blatantly just two-timing them. He's leading the blue-haired one on, whilst having the pink-haired one at home, cooking his dinner, or making his dinner, and sleeping almost naked in his bed. And they have a whole thing going on where she powers up through the power of Kiss, which is why the title is called Engage Kiss, and fighting off demons to earn money in order to live, and they're eternally broke, it seems. It's anime featuring a almost mercenary unit. Of course they're going to be eternally broke. That's not to say that this one is not bad. It has premise. If you hate chuny stuff, stick well clear. The characters are very well designed. I mean, you can tell it's a creator of Saikano just from the characters. they're really, really appealing, not just on a cute way, they're also kind of hot as well. Other than the fighting with demons and being really, really poor, and having these two girls wanting to hang off his arm, and in the middle of fighting a big demon, suddenly start fighting each other and trashing a casino. Much to the pain of the actual bounty, which was spent just fixing everything, it seems. Now, Engage Kiss is not going to be an anime for everyone, as I said. If you don't like tuny shit, skip it. If you like cute character designs, it's worth giving it a try. The premise of this one, up in the air. I'm going to give it probably an episode or two. If it fails a 3-episode test, I won't watch more. But it's definitely worth giving at least one episode too. If you want to watch this one is airing over at Crunchyroll. Next up today, we've got an anime about an American stand-up and screen comedian drowning. Or I would say that if you hadn't already heard of a meme about the underwater Utawarerumono, because it's the season 3 of Utawarerumono, Mask of Truth, based on the third of the 3 games. Now, if you haven't watched the first 2 series, then you really should go back and watch those. The first one is quite old, actually. I mean, I'm trying to remember how old Utawarerumono actually is. I know it was anime being promoted when I first went to an anime con about 15 years ago. I mean, still got this fan from it, which is kind of crazy. I mean, really hard to actually, you can probably leave a fan right now. The second one aired a few seasons back, False Faces. And now the third season, Mask of Truth, aims to tie the first season and the second season, which were completely different to each other, together into a conclusion. Now, Utawarerumono is an anime about a fictional pseudo-Japanese empire and the animal people who inhabit it. Except our main characters, Haku or Hakuro, depending on which series you're looking at. I think Hakuro was in season 1 and Haku is in season 2, who are human. Hakuro in season 1 has a mask, the aforementioned mask here. Hakuro in season 2 does not, but in season 3 he does, because of what happened in season 2. And to point out that the first game was originally a porn game, a hentai game, should give you an idea of why it took so long for season 2 to be made. I mean, it took long for the actual video game to be made, second game as well. Thankfully, the second season and beyond are not porn. The characters are very well designed and designed to be that way, but it's not that way completely. Now, after the second season, taking on the pseudonym of Ostor, the general who befriended in False Faces, because Ostor died, but they don't want to give up the impression that he has actually died, so he basically gave up his identity as Haku to become Ostor. Of course, giving him his identity of Haku lost him the friendship and connection he had with the main female lead of False Faces, Kuon, who is a really friendly, really energetic girl who has connection to her first season, to Tuscrew. Now, what this one's going to be doing, I'm sure it's going to be a connection of Haku becoming Ostor, reuniting with Kuon at some point. There's going to be people from Tuscrew coming together, fighting the Empire who has betrayed Ostor and Haku and caused everything to happen. They're protecting a princess, Anju, who has been threatened. There's lots of political intrigue going on in this one. We're introducing to the main bunch of female characters which support him. It's basically just reintroducing us to a bunch of characters we met from False Faces, the current premise of him having fled the capital and trying to defend themselves from the capital who think that he is a traitor. I mean, he's not, they betrayed him. But, yeah. What goes on in Utawarerumono is usually a lot of politics and usually a lot of fat masks, both on the face and off it. If you want to watch this one, you can find it airing over at Crunchyroll. And finally today, the War on Pants is back, as the League of Nations Air Force Aviation magic band Luminous Witches comes to our screens, bringing the anthropomorphic animal fighter plane group back together, but in a way that we haven't seen before. If you haven't got it already, this is Strike Witches, another story. But it's about Luminous Witches this time, a squadron of girls who, rather than fighting wars as planes on a battlefield, for a reason we're not able to do that, which has come together as a morale providing service idol group, which use their magic familiars in order to share love and joy and music around the world. Our main character, Virginia Robertson, is of course British, or well, Scottish actually. Thankfully she doesn't speak with a Scottish accent, although I dread to think what we're going to do with a dub. But she has absolutely no idea what a witch is. She's got magic powers, she's got herself a familiar, but she's no idea what magic powers are and what a witch is. She just likes singing. And through her familiar, she learns how to basically share music around people with her. And she's probably going to be the centre of what's going on here, as other girls riff off what she's doing and bring together fun and joy and happiness. And this one does not feel like a Striped Witches show. I mean, for one thing, throughout the first episode, most of the characters are wearing trousers or skirts. I mean, that's unthinkable. Another weird thing about this one, unlike with previous Striped Witches, these girls actually have familiars rather than just animal ears. They actually have familiars which appear in physicality. I mean, non-witches can't see them, but they all float around them. And when they need to use a magic, the familiars merge with them. I mean, does this happen with normal Striped Witches as well? It's just they never actually show us that. If so, I mean, it must be almost like a farm on some of the air bases in that case. I mean, we've got our usual array of not official countries coming together to fight a not official World War II. We've got characters from all over the show, including a New Zealander whose animal companion is a Kiwi, which is usually no great end, knowing someone who really likes Kiwis. You've got the obvious Japanese person who is obligatory in a Striped Witches show. You've got the not Russian, you've got the Suomi, you've got lots of people. You've got people from Karsland, you've got people from Iberia, all over the shop. And we're not going to be fighting New this time, hopefully, we're just going to be singing songs for our enjoyment. Because this is not a Witches show, this is an idol show, just in Striped Witches dressing. I'll be honest, it starts from a much earlier point when I thought it was going to start. Instead of starting as a group of idols, or as that proper military outfit, it starts with the let's come up with an idea to get band together. There's not even an idol group initially, just an idea in someone's head. And clearly he's going to be recruiting the girls and learning to sing and dance and learning where they belong on the battlefield or behind the scenes. And that's the thing which I'm heavily intrigued by. I mean, how are these girls going to get to know each other? Are they going to all click? How are we going to work as a unit? What are we going to do? These are all questions I want answering, and I'll be honest, I'm frankly more pleased with this one than I thought it was going to be. And Luminous Witches isn't going to be in a show for everyone. If you don't like the original Striped Witches, ask yourself a question. If you didn't like it because of the fan service, probably give us one a miss. It's probably not going to be as bad as the other shows because of idols, so I don't want to do that to idols, but it's probably going to be fan service here. If you didn't like the combat, give this one a try. This one should be combat light. There's going to be some music, singing, dancing, cute girls doing idol things. It's like a type of show I've come to like in recent years. If you want to watch Luminous Witches, you can find it airing over at High Dive. So that was Shoot, Goal to a Future, Engage Kiss, Utawarerumono, Mask of Truth, and League of Nations Air Force Aviation Magic Band Luminous Witches. Which of those shows are you interested in? Let me know in the comments, and join me next time when I look at 4 more new shows, and be sure to join me on Twitch for my daily Ring Fit streams as well. So until next time, bye bye.